So welcome everyone to Athletic Wise, the site where people, like-minded people connect. We focus on sports science, in particular neuroscience, and how it relates to the sports we love. So in today's edition of the High Performance Speaker Series, we'll be focusing on the reward system in the brain. Some of the structures in the brain that actually get stimulated with reward release dopamine. So when dopamine is released, we feel good, we feel happy, and we keep coming back for more. Today's very special guest is Braydon Coburn, part of the 2020 Stanley Cup champions. So first of all, Braydon, thanks a million for joining us. Huge congratulations. So, I mean, well, Braydon, you started, you were drafted in 2003, played for Atlanta, Philly, now Tampa. Yeah, how does this whole journey feel?
Well, thanks a lot for having me on, Syl. It's been great. I really have enjoyed the journey every part of the way. It's been there's so many different things, and just like life, hockey's been such a part of my life, and growing up from being a kid, and then just kind of how everything kind of snowballs and affects, and growing up in Saskatchewan, and now sitting here in Tampa, Florida, it's unreal sometimes, but it's been a wonderful journey.
So was this a dream you had since you were a little kid to raise the cup?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think it's from every paved street in Saskatchewan, there's always a street hockey game going on, or playing in the outdoor rinks, or whatever it is. But I think every kid wants to someday just see the cup. I still today, I'm 35 and I see it, and it kind of gives you like a little bit of like, oh, should I touch it? But being part of this team and knowing that we won it, it's a great feeling.
That's amazing. And how was it playing without the crowds?
You know what? It kind of became, it's kind of like anything. You get kind of used to it. I was actually watching one of the older games that was on TV, and they had crowds there, and I was like, man, that seems like so long ago. It's just kind of, once you kind of get used to, acclimatize to something, it becomes a normal. But being able to hear kind of things that you normally wouldn't hear on the ice was a different thing, and not the buzz of the energy or all that. But, I think the plus is where you don't have to jump on a plane or travel anywhere after games. And that was kind of neat. But the whole thing was quite a unique and, obviously rewarding experience.
Oh, that's fantastic. And how was it living in the bubble for so long?
Well, I was kind of thinking, I'm sitting in my hotel room and I'm like, you know what, I think this is all the space I really need. But, I think my wife and my two kids might disagree with me, but, it was kind of a unique thing where your focus can be entirely on hockey and your teammates and kind of what you need to do. And that was the part I really relished. And I thought it was just kind of unique in the fact that you could really kind of hone in on our goal and I guess not sleeping in your own bed and having kind of that mental release of your day-to-day life is challenging, but it gave me a great chance to kind of grow.
So you've been in the league, 15 years now, and obviously when you're really close to the cup, the motivation's high. The reward is right there, the carrot's right there. But being in the league, for that long, how did you keep your motivation up?
Well, I was in the cup final in 2010, 2015, and we didn't win. And that feeling is, to go all that way and kind of be like 2 wins away from the cup. It's a tough pill to swallow sometimes. But the thing is like, I love hockey, and it's such a part of me, and I love everything involved in. I love practicing. I love my teammates. I love training. It's such a fun. I just feel like it's a fun way to live life. And there's so many great people that I've been exposed to along the way. So naturally, winning the cup is awesome, and everything, all the the reward of winning is great. But for me, just kind of everything that you have to do to get there is really what kind of fuels me.
Yeah, I certainly witnessed that firsthand. I think you and Haley in the gym every day. I think you guys are both absolute workhorses, and I see that internal motivation is pretty remarkable. To the hardest working athletes I've probably ever come across.
Well, for me, and I know you feel the same way, but you know, when you go and you're able to like absolutely blow it out and work hard and you finish that day and you're just kind of like sitting there and you're kind of just dead, you know, that for me, that feeling I get is something that kind of like, it's very addicting to me, and something I just kind of love experiencing. And you know, sometimes you play a hockey game and you don't necessarily have that feeling, and even though you win, you're kind of like, oh man, you know, like I kind of I want that feeling of just being like, just totally like blown out and all that stuff. But I think when you're training, you kind of have way more control over that environment.
Yeah, yeah, love it. How important are goals for you, setting different goals?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, I always have kind of like a longer term goal. But you know, I let those things kind of not get in the way of what I try to do, like step by step, and try to consume me in any way. You know, for me, it's more about kind of almost like daily to weekly kind of phasing goals. Those are the ones I kind of hone in and try to focus on the most. And you know, to be honest with you, sometimes those, when you do it like that, I used to be kind of hard on myself, like, man, I didn't get there, I didn't do what I needed to do. But as I've gotten older, I've kind of realized you know, you kind of have to be a little more fluid and kind of you know, not be so hard on yourself, and that kind of I don't know, it gives you more energy, I think, in the next part.
Yeah, yeah, you're fueled by dopamine along the way. That's fantastic. That's good. And so hockey's a game with so many external factors. You know, it's not like, let's say like speed skating, you're on, you know, on a track, you know the distance, you know exactly what you're going to do. Hockey, I mean, you've got, you know, your teammates, you've got different coaching styles. How do you kind of stay on track and keep the, you know, keep that, well, you don't beat yourself up anymore. How do you stay on track that way?
Well, I think for me, that's kind of been the hardest part. It's the mental side, and coming into this league, I definitely had these, you know, perfectionists. It had to be this way, and you know, if it wasn't, I would get pretty upset. And for me, sometimes that become a snowball effect of trying to chase perfection, and you know, my play would suffer because of it. But it's been more about kind of like mental growth, personal growth for me, and kind of letting things go if it's a mistake and just moving on. And those have kind of been the biggest things in my career, and the biggest strides and improvements that I think I've made.
Mm-hmm. That's phenomenal. Um, and you're also an extremely giving person. You got a huge heart, and you know that's known across the league. You have an incredible reputation, and obviously I've seen it and experienced it firsthand. How rewarding is that off the ice to be so generous?
Well, you know, I think like anybody, like, you know, I get energy by being around people, and you want to be a person that I don't know. I genuinely like people that I'm around, and there's and I think when you surround yourself with good people, you want to see them do well, and I don't know. I think sometimes I think it's selfish, but you know, it's kind of corny to say, but the more you kind of give, I feel like you get more back. I don't know if that's a selfish way to do it, but
No.
I've kind of, I don't know if it's a learned thing or just, but I typically love being around my teammates. I love the people that I've been able to be interacted with and surround myself with, and it's been been fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, certainly a positive role model across the board. Do you have any advice for other people like trying to pursue their dreams?
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing, honestly, is I, for me, it's habits. I think habits really are kind of the daily foundation for every little small step you want to take, and you know, I think so. Like, I know you've drilled into me the times we were training. You know, it's not big steps all at once. It's just these little minute things you do, and they just kind of roll, and they add up, and you give yourself the best opportunity, and you give your body the best opportunity along the way. And And you know, it's really, for me, it comes down to habits.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Well, thanks a million, Braydon. So yeah, just to sum it up, I think, Braydon, you gave us some phenomenal examples of how we can basically use our reward system to our advantage. Basically, so dopamine, most people think, oh, you only get that rush when you lift the cup. You know, that's my big dopamine surge, but it's actually on a daily basis, you know, just rewarding yourself, feeling good about what you do every day. And it's those little dopamine hits throughout the day, throughout the week. That's what adds up, and it also keeps you on track and keeps you coming back for more. So thank you so much. And if any of the viewers want any information on this, you can go to www.athleticwise.com. But anyways, huge congratulations and thank you so much, Braydon. That was, you know, it was phenomenal to have you.
So thank you very much. I really appreciate you. I'm so grateful that we could do this.
All the best.
Thanks.